Hey, happy Monday again. I'm taking you back into my scrapbooking past today. Years ago, my mother-in-law taught me how to make this little exploding book. It was kind of a thing in the scrapbook world back then, in the early 2000s, and a lot of people would fill them with photos. I have always been a big fan of pop-up books, so this was a big hit for me because look at how it opens. It's so fun. I even taught this little book in a scrapbook store that I used to teach for, and we filled it with some Asian-inspired art, still leaving some room on the panels for photos. And then this one I made for me, filled with some special photos. And this one still sits in my living room because it's still a favorite. It has some of my favorite pictures of my kids in it, favorite memories. And this was made back in 2008. So this one obviously comes from the scrapbook world, though, with all the layers of paper and the embellishments, the ribbon. It might be dated, but I still really love it. So today I'm gonna try to update this old classic. Some people call this a squash book or a dragon book, but I know it as an exploding book. And today I'm going to show you how to make the basic structure of one. This one. Stay tuned. With the inside, and what you do is an odd number of papers that are square. It doesn't matter how many odds, but you need to start with 3 at least. And what we are going to do with each of these 3, it doesn't also matter what size it is. These happen to be just short of 9 inches square, about 8 7/8. And all 3 of them are the same. So we are going to we're going to fold each of these 3 papers. I've already done 2 of them. We're going to fold them in half one direction, and turn it and fold it in half the other direction, and then fold it in half on one of the diagonals. Only one, not both. So I have already folded those 2, and now I am going to fold this one in half. And you want to make sure those are creased really well. And then I fold it back on itself also, and you'll see why in a minute when I put them together. And then diagonal. And get it as close as you can, as precise as you can, because it'll make the whole book fold up a little more evenly. Okay, and now you're going to lay them out with the diagonal fold vertically in front of you. And you're going to put all of them together in the order that you would like them stacked. And they're going to be one point on top of the other. So there may be some areas that you want showing, some that you don't mind covering up. So put them together however you would like. Yeah, I think that works for me. And then we are going to glue them together, and I'm just using glue stick. So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to glue on here. Making sure that you glue around the edges really well. And then I'm going to attach that to this corner, and you're lining it up just a hair inside the fold line, not overlapping. So you should easily be able to fold up along your crease without running into the square that you glued on top. Okay, and then on this one, I'm going to put the glue on here. I'm going to put something underneath that though, so that I don't get glue on my book. Probably should have done that on the last one, but I was a little too ready to get it going. Okay, and now we're going to fold this together, and you can kind of see what's going to happen here. Two of them are going to fold up like this, and this will be a cover. And then this one, you're going to fold the opposite way. So these points need to be pulled to the back. And then these are back towards the front. And then you have your front cover and your back cover will go there, and it'll open like this. Okay, so for our covers, this is sort of dry, but for our covers, you need to measure, when you fold up your papers here, measure one of these squares. And this is 4.5 by 4.5. So our cover should be a little bit bigger than that. I would say 1/4 of an inch bigger than that, so that you have a little bit left over, a little bit hanging over the edges. So I have it cut at 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then paper to cover them, I have cut 6 by 6, and we'll fold over the edge and wrap that. So I am going to put let's put glue stick on the cardboard, and we're going to coat that really well, and then apply our paper to it and wrap the edges around. And I'm just using this scraper just to smooth out the gluing. Sometimes that helps it, just a little friction helps the glue stick really adhere to that. And I'll do the other one. Okay, now to wrap the corners, or to wrap the edges, we're going to trim off the corners. About the distance away from there is about the thickness of my cardboard. So you don't want to trim it right up to the corner, you want to leave a little bit of a space. And then we're going to do glue stick and fold these all over to the inside, pressing it down really well. Do one side and then the opposite side. And then we'll go back and do the other sides. And what you want to do with this excess part here is just press it down into the glue. And then fold that over. And I'll do the final side. Okay, and I'll let that dry. I'll do the other one off camera, and then I will let that dry, and we'll be able to attach it to our book. Okay, my covers are ready. They're covered. I'll put something in here so that it doesn't get glue on my page or on the inside of my book. And then I'll place the cover. Oh no, how was I doing this? This way. On here. Flip it over. And I will make sure that it's got about the same distance all the way around. And then press that down really well. And then refold it back up again. And then glue the other page. Glue the back. Now, on this one, the trick is to remember which direction you wanted things to open. That was this way. Okay. I wanted this to be this way. So now I'm going to put this on here like this so that I can line up the covers especially. And then take it in and bone fold that, or burnish it down. And it might be slightly off in the distance around the page, but you want your covers to line up. And so here is our finished exploding book. So now you know how to make the dragon book, squash book. I made this little one last night after I filmed, and I had to show you, I think I discovered why it's called a dragon book. I made this one out of origami paper, and I did it with 5 pieces of inner paper, and it kind of looks like a dragon when you set it down like that. And you see these are like the wings popping up. So yeah, I don't know if that's really accurate or not, but I thought it was kind of cute. And I love making little mini books. Whenever I learn a new book structure, I like to make a little miniature one as well. So that's just with an elastic band and this cute little butterfly wooden button. So thanks for coming along. I hope you'll try it. Keep in mind, you can actually make it with lighter weight paper on the inside. You don't have to use cardstock or heavy paper, but it will be pretty fragile. This was made with just square origami paper. So give it a try with even just copier paper just to have fun with it. Everybody loves a pop-up, right? So thanks for coming along. I'll see you next time.